Hey everyone, today I'm coming to you with a review on the brand new Marvel Legends Khonshu Build-A-Figure Wave / Disney Plus Wave 4 He Who Remains from the Loki series. Now this is a amazing figure. Not only just the figure, but the character. And the fact that we already have this in Marvel Legends is awesome. Everything about this is phenomenal. It is an entirely new sculpt. I love everything about this, and I love Jonathan Majors as an actor. Did you see how jacked he got for Creed 3? The Avengers are doomed. We're doomed. We can't, there's nothing we can do. We gotta let him just take over the multiverse, and that's that. But this figure is very, very cool. I'm excited to see, I know this is thinking about the future, but I'm excited to see what the Quantumania Kang figure is going to look like. Maybe we'll also get some more Kang figures in the future. I just want to have all the variants lined up next to each other. That's going to be very cool. But regardless, without further ado, let's get into He Who Remains review. So besides He Who Remains and his apple, that's his one accessory, an apple. The guy who controls the entire universe, the entire timeline, comes with an apple. So that's always great. But besides him, we of course want to go over the box. And now something about just the color scheme and everything about this. I love everything about this design. I know it is plastic free, but I do think what they have been doing with this Disney Plus wave is very, very good package wise. There you can see the Loki logo. There you can see him admiring his timeline apple. There you can see that he is number 4. We will have Howard the Duck next. He is included with the head of Khonshu, which I do think is appropriate because, you know, he does control the timeline, like I've mentioned numerous times, so he just has all these relics, and you know what? Why doesn't he have Khonshu's head? He does. He just has Khonshu's head. So if you don't get the Build-A-Figure, if you just get this figure, which I think a lot of people will because he is kind of the main villain going forward, you're going to have a pretty cool just paperweight to have being the Khonshu head, which is just such a sick figure. But that video will come out very shortly. Let's focus on him. But yeah, that's kind of everything that we have to go over at the box. I love this. Plus apple. He comes with apple. It's his only accessory and the only accessory that he needs. But let's take a look at that apple. It's an apple. That's essentially it. Pretty cool. It does have, or the figure does have a kind of port to put the apple, the stem. He has a finger or 2 fingers that are apart, so you can kind of just fit the apple in and it will go in. Because other than that, it would be kind of hard, if not impossible, to fit it in. So you definitely want to have it displayed like that. Let me look on the box. How does he have it? Oh, nope, he has it just like this, which seems very hard, but I would have it like this if I were you. And the other hand, I'm sure you could fit it in, but this is for his device, which is very, very cool. You can see all the paint on that. Looks exactly how it looked in the show. Looks phenomenal. Now, this figure is, in a lot of ways, a traffic cone, but not as bad as some other figures. You definitely still can get a lot of movement with him. Look at those amazing sandals. Those look like the royal sandals, the T'Challa royal sandals. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Very excited for that movie coming up in a couple weeks here, but let's take a look at that head sculpt. That is just on point. Jonathan Majors looks exactly like him. The rest of the sculpt, I mean, the figure, granted, it's pretty simple. It's kind of just this purple outfit with some cool little designs throughout. There you can see like a really cool looking design on his torso. This is the figure this is the guy that controls the entire timeline. This is him. This is it. Just keep that in mind. This dude right here holding an apple. I'm very excited to see him going forward. I think he's one of my most anticipated parts of the next like 4 years of MCU, just to see how badass he is in the MCU. Oh, I'm so excited. We're living in such a great time of Marvel content, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't think that, but I really do, and I'm excited to see what is to come. But I know it's kind of quick, but other than that, I really don't think there's too much more to go. Oh, the Jonathan ass, the Major ass. I don't think there's too much more to go over. There's a really cool design there. But yeah, very, very cool. So let's get on to his articulation. So the articulation isn't anything crazy, but I don't think it really needs to be. Head goes up that much, down, side, side, full 360. Arms go out that much, down, full 360. And then there is a single joint, so it goes down and up. And when I took this figure out, I don't know if it was because it was in the mail for a while and it was kind of cold out. These were very, very stiff. So just be careful. I would hate if it would if it were to break on your figure. That would be truly devastating. So just keep that in mind. And then the hands go full 360 up, down on a horizontal hinge, both sides. The ab crunch goes down. Actually, fairly good, especially with all the lack of ab crunch I find in the recent MCU figures. And then back that much, you can kind of see some green there, so I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but regardless, that's how it is. The legs go to the side, not that much, just because of his outfit, but still pretty good, all things considered. It's fairly pliable, even though it is pretty thick. The legs forward that much. Back, upper thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees. Now, I did think these were the Mr. Knight pants, but they are not. The ankles go up, down, and ankle rocker pivot, but there is also rotation, which is always great to get. But it's time for some comparisons and a very important head swap that I guarantee a lot of you are dying to see. So here we have He Who Remains next to Thanos, which is very, very tall, but this is important. This was the main villain of the Infinity Saga, and this is the main villain of the Multiverse Saga. Well, not this exact version, but, you know, you get my point. But this is what you guys, I think, are looking forward to, is this head swapped. And if I might say so myself, it is perfect, because look at this. You see these dumbbell joints, or dumbbell joint and disc hinge joint? They are the exact same size. So if you want to go like this, fits on perfectly, and it isn't even that loose. It just fits on perfectly. So I think they kind of knew some people were definitely going to want to do that. And this is kind of our Kang for now. Oh my goodness, we already have this. This is awesome. This is so cool. I know it's not exactly what he will look like, but hey, it works for now. It's close enough. So that is very, very cool. I guess I'll get just a cool picture of him like this, or shot of him, so you guys can, I don't know, see what it looks like without it. Looks very, very nice. But yeah, let's put that other head back on. You can put this on, but that looks odd. Okay, let's put that on, put him to the side, put this back on. Now, obviously, I could technically compare him to every single MCU character because he is technically the god, but I don't think you guys have time for that, nor do I have time for that, and I don't want to pull out every single figure. But there you have Mobius, and there you have Sylvie, his murderer. I do hope we do get maybe a updated Sylvie with the kind of head sculpt without the crown and with the hair down, but still a great figure. And then Loki, I don't have that new Loki yet because I like it. I like the Tesseract, but it's like $105 here in Canada, and I don't think it's that worth it for majority of what I'm buying being the Loki figure. But that looks very cool. Let me put his head up. I like his his forehead here. It looks very emotion-full, emotion-ridden, very expressive. That's the word. I lost the word there, but still very, very cool to see all these. And then I had this guy out, which is actually kind of perfect because we did just get that awesome Quantumania trailer, which I'm beyond excited for. Very excited for that movie. Here you can see Ant-Man, which he has killed him numerous times, theoretically. That's what the trailers say. And then I guess the most important Avenger is Iron Man. There we have the Mark 50 design. That figure has a huge head. I kind of realized that before, but now that I see it on camera, it is massive. And then here we have Wanda, just because, why not? And then Khonshu, which we will have a review coming shortly. But regardless, let's get on to my final thoughts. So for my final thoughts on this He Who Remains figure, that head sculpt is awesome. Like, I love the forehead, like the little line there. It just makes it feel so realistic. Like, I don't think we get too much of that on figures. Like, I'm looking at all these other figures here, and they kind of just like, I mean, I guess he kind of has something like that. Not really, but this is just, it's so expressive. Something about it. Even though it is like just a flat expression, you can kind of just, I don't know, I see some happiness and some anger and some other angles, but regardless, this is a crucial figure to your collection, in my opinion, your MCU collection, and I definitely recommend it. Everything about it, I think, is spot on. Looks exactly like He Who Remains, does the job perfectly. So I think I'm going to have to give this figure like a 9.5 out of 10. It's flawless. There really isn't anything wrong with it. I did notice, like, I was thinking this was going to use the Mr. Knight or reuse the Mr. Knight legs, but he doesn't. So I guess we're just going to have these new pinless pants, yet Jimmy Woo has pin pants, but that's another topic for another time. But like I said, this figure is amazing. I highly recommend it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and I will see you in my next video, which is Howard the Duck. But until then, thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Hence, you're welcome.